Ironing out the logistics of your move can be a headache, so let Behringer Moving and Storage handle it for you. Visit BehringerMoving.com.
I'm Rob Eastwood here on the WHKY News. Let's take a look back now at some of the top crime stories we had for you during the week of July 28th through August 1st. According to police reports, the suspect in this case took her child from a relative's residence in Iredell County without permission. She was later found at a home in another county. 30-year-old Haley Lynn Irvin of Morsville was arrested Friday by Morsville police. She's charged with felony first-degree kidnapping. Last Thursday, Morsville police officers responded to a possible kidnapping of a 4-year-old child. Officers determined that the child was in Iredell County Department of Social Services custody, but was staying with a relative when the child's mother, Haley Irvin, went to that relative's residence and took the child without permission, according to police reports. On Friday, detectives, with the assistance of the Rowan County Sheriff's Office, served a search warrant at an address in that county. Irvin and the child were found there. Irvin was arrested and was transported to the Iredell County Detention Center and incarcerated without bond. Irvin had a Monday court date scheduled. The child was returned to the custody of the Iredell County Department of Social Services. Reporting for WHKY News, I'm Rob Eastwood. The federal drug charges against the suspect in this case are the result of an investigation that culminated in the search of a home last December. The suspect was arrested late last weekend, placed in jail in Morganton without bond. 39-year-old William Chase Pate of River Road, Morganton, was arrested Friday by Burke County Sheriff's officers. He was charged with felony possession of fentanyl. At approximately 10:30 a.m. Friday, investigators with the Sheriff's Office found the suspect at a residence on Joseph Burns Road in Connolly Springs. During a search, investigators discovered that Pate was in possession of a substance believed to be fentanyl. As a result, the drug charge was filed and Pate was brought to the Burke County Jail. Pate was wanted on federal drug indictments stemming from a narcotics investigation initiated in Burke County in December of last year. The charges filed in that case included meth trafficking and possession of a firearm by a felon. Last December 12th, following a several-month-long investigation, a search was conducted by multiple agencies at a residence on South Fork Avenue in Hickory in the jurisdiction of Burke County. Among the items found during that search, drug paraphernalia, more than a kilogram or 2.2 pounds of meth, and multiple firearms. Following Friday's arrest, Pate was placed in the Burke County Jail without bond as he awaited a Monday court appearance. Reporting for WHKY News, I'm Rob Eastwood.
That's correct, Ralph. A man found unconscious on the side of the roadway has been arrested on drug charges. 28-year-old Tyler Scott Perry of Morsville was arrested Thursday by Morsville police officers. He's charged with offenses including trafficking methamphetamine, possession with intent to sell and deliver Schedule II controlled substance, possession of a firearm by a convicted felon, and carrying a concealed weapon. Shortly before 4 a.m. Thursday, Morsville police received a call for service for a welfare check regarding a man on the side of the roadway on Charlotte Highway. Officers found Perry unconscious on the shoulder. During the encounter, officers found a handgun concealed on Perry, and he was arrested. During the arrest, he was reportedly found to be in possession of approximately 30 grams of methamphetamine along with drug paraphernalia. Perry was placed in the Iredell County Detention Center where he was jailed without bond. A district court date is scheduled for August 14th. I'm Ariana Mack reporting for WHKY News.
53-year-old Jonathan Bradley Blevins of Hightower Street in Conover has been arrested by authorities in Catawba County. He's charged with assault by strangulation. Blevins was placed in the Catawba County Detention Facility Monday morning under no bond. A district court date was scheduled for July 29th. 30-year-old William Cody Blevins of Stony Point was served with a governor's warrant on July 21st. He remains in custody in the Iredell County Detention Center, where he has been since May 15th after he was arrested by Iredell County deputies on a felony warrant as a fugitive awaiting extradition to another state. Blevins also has a pending charge in Iredell County for felony possession of methamphetamine, and he faces charges in Alexander County on felony counts of possession of a Schedule II controlled substance, trafficking meth, maintaining a vehicle, dwelling, or place for a controlled substance, and possession with intent to manufacture, sell, or deliver meth, along with several misdemeanor drug charges. Blevins' bond is $50,000 secured. He has a district court date on August 4th and a Superior Court appearance on August 11th, both in Taylorsville. Blevins will also appear in an Iredell County courtroom on August 4th, and he'll make an appearance on the fugitive warrant on August 13th. In addition, Blevins has a court date coming up on September 4th in Davie County on a number of felony and misdemeanor drug charges. That concludes the Blevins portion of our broadcast. Iredell County narcotics officers have issued arrest warrants for 44-year-old Ira Joshua Freeze of Parker Avenue in Morsville. Freeze is wanted on felony counts of possession with intent to sell or deliver methamphetamine and maintaining a dwelling for the sale or use of a controlled substance. On Friday, in response to numerous complaints from concerned community members regarding possible narcotics activity, investigators executed a search warrant at Freeze's residence. The search was part of an ongoing investigation into suspected drug sales in the area. The search turned up 7 grams of meth along with drug paraphernalia commonly associated with the sale and distribution of illegal narcotics. At the time of the search, Freeze was not present at the residence. The suspect is currently on probation for previous meth-related offenses. Anyone with information regarding the whereabouts of Ira Joshua Freeze should call the Sheriff's Office 704-878-3100. Freeze has a criminal history that includes larceny, assault on a government official, possession of stolen goods, possession of a Schedule III controlled substance, and 2 felony counts of possession of meth.
The man charged in this case allegedly set fire to a vehicle that was occupied. The person that was inside the vehicle did get out and did not sustain serious injuries, according to police. The suspect was eventually apprehended and placed in jail without bond. 27-year-old Clayton Morrison Broyhill of Morsville was arrested Monday by Morsville police. He's charged with assault with a deadly weapon with intent to kill, burning personal property, communicating threats, misdemeanor crime of domestic violence, and possession of a firearm by a felon. Last Thursday, Morsville police received a call about a vehicle fire. Upon further investigation by responding officers and the fire marshal, it was determined the vehicle was intentionally set on fire, allegedly by Broyhill. A victim was inside the vehicle at the time the fire was set, but was able to exit without serious injury. Warrants were obtained for Broyhill. On Monday, Morsville detectives and the U.S. Marshals Fugitive Task Force attempted to serve the arrest warrants on Broyhill. After confirming his location, detectives and marshals attempted to call Broyhill out of a residence, but he refused to comply and exit. Morsville Police's Special Response Team and Crisis Negotiation Team were activated, and they successfully talked Broyhill into coming out of the residence. Following the arrest, Broyhill was incarcerated in the Iredell County Detention Center without bond as he awaited a Tuesday district court date. Reporting for WHKY News, I'm Rob Eastwood.
2 suspects are charged in connection to a reported armed robbery Monday morning. 19-year-old Daniel Lee Taylor of Taylorsville and 18-year-old Najir Nafis Miller, whose address was not listed, were arrested Monday by Taylorsville police officers. They're both charged with counts including robbery with a dangerous weapon and larceny of a firearm. According to our news partner WACB, Taylorsville police report that at around 12:30 a.m. Monday, officers were called to a location near the intersection of 4th Street and 5th Avenue. A citizen told officers he was held up at gunpoint. The man told police a firearm was stolen during the incident. No injuries were reported. A story time A short time later, Taylor was arrested. Miller was sought by authorities for most of the day until he turned himself in to the Taylorsville police Monday afternoon. Both suspects were placed in the Alexander County Detention Center without bond. They both have district court dates set for August 4th. I'm Ariana Mack for WHKY News.
The suspect in this case was arrested following an investigation that covered several weeks. He was taken into custody at a residence in Lenoir. Police reportedly seized methamphetamine and cocaine during their investigation. 47-year-old Paul Vernon Vanoy Witherspoon was arrested this past Sunday by Caldwell County Sheriff's officers. He's charged with trafficking methamphetamine and possession with intent to sell and deliver cocaine. This past Sunday, the Caldwell County Sheriff's Office was among agencies responding to a residence police suspected was being used for selling methamphetamine. Officers executed a drug search warrant at an address on Hoods Creek Road in Lenoir. The target of the investigation, Witherspoon, was taken into custody without incident. Agents reportedly seized approximately 85 grams of meth and 19 grams of cocaine from the residence. In total, Caldwell County Sheriff's narcotics agents seized approximately 260 grams of meth and 19 grams of cocaine during the month-long investigation. The narcotics seized have a total street value of more than $43,000 according to North Carolina state drug guidelines. Witherspoon received a $50,000 secured bond for the charges. No court date was listed as of the time I'm filing this report. Agencies assisting in this investigation were the Lenoir Police Department, the Alexander and Watauga County Sheriff's Offices, and the North Carolina State Bureau of Investigation. Reporting for WHKY News, I'm Rob Eastwood.
That's correct, Ralph. North Carolina Insurance Commissioner Mike Causey announced the arrest of 23-year-old Dylan Scott Smith of New Orleans Boulevard in Morganton. Smith is charged with 1 count of insurance fraud and 2 counts of obtaining property by false pretense. All 3 charges are felonies. The information was released by the North Carolina Department of Insurance Monday. According to special agents with the NC Department of Insurance's Criminal Investigations Division, Smith filed an accident claim with Chubb Insurance, obtaining more than $15,000 for damage caused to his 2019 Honda Accord. Investigators determined this was a repeat claim Smith had previously collected from in 2023. Smith also allegedly used fraudulently obtained bank information from Suncoast General Insurance to make a premium payment to Chubb Insurance in the amount of $1,950. The incident occurred on May 28, 2024, according to the warrant. Smith was arrested on July 1st and released on a $10,000 secured bond. He appeared in Burke County District Court on July 21st. I'm Ariana Mack reporting for WHKY.
38-year-old Trevor John Connor of Houston, Texas, was arrested Tuesday by Lenoir police officers. He is wanted on a felony fugitive warrant out of Montgomery County, Texas. He's wanted in Texas on a bond forfeiture for evading arrest. Following Tuesday's arrest, Connor was jailed in the Caldwell County Detention Center under a $100,000 secured bond. No court date is currently listed. 38-year-old Eric Dwayne Roberts of Morganton has been arrested by officers with the Morganton Department of Public Safety and charged with 2 counts of felony assault with physical injury to emergency personnel. At about 4:30 p.m. on July 30th, officers responded to UNC Health Blue Ridge on South Sterling Street in reference to a reported assault. Upon arrival, officers were told that an individual in the emergency department had physically assaulted 2 staff members. Following a review of the evidence and an on-scene investigation, charges were filed against Eric Dwayne Roberts. He was served with the warrants on July 31st and given a $25,000 secured bond. Roberts was scheduled to make a first appearance in Burke County District Court on August 1st.
A jury returned a guilty verdict in a drug trafficking case to conclude a 4-day trial in Catawba County Superior Court Thursday. 48-year-old Tyrus Terrell Sanders of Newton was sentenced to 20 to 26 years in prison after the jury rendered its verdict following about an hour and a half of deliberation over 2 days. The defendant's status as an habitual felon enhanced his sentence. Sanders was also fined $1.5 million. The jury found Sanders guilty of trafficking fentanyl by transportation, trafficking fentanyl by possession, and maintaining a vehicle, dwelling, or place for controlled substance. Much more on this case at our website, WHKY.com.
That's correct, Rob. 29-year-old Jennifer Lynn Kincaid of Hudson and 63-year-old Jimmy Edward King of Lenoir were arrested Wednesday by Burke County Sheriff's officers. They're both charged with felony possession of methamphetamine and misdemeanor possession of drug paraphernalia. On Wednesday, Burke County Sheriff's Office deputies were assisting North Carolina wildlife officers at the Johns River boat access located off NC 18 US 64 in Morganton. While on the scene, deputies conducted an investigation into the discovery of illegal narcotics. As a result, Kincaid and King were both arrested and charged. Kincaid was given a $10,000 secured bond and King was incarcerated without bond. They are both scheduled to appear in district court on August 1st. I'm Ariana Mack for WHKY News.
This has been our weekly review of some of the crime stories we had for you during the week of July 28th through August 1st. The weekly summary is posted every Saturday on the WHKY YouTube channel, along with our top stories, the crime report, local sports, and community focus. I'm Rob Eastwood, and thank you for watching the WHKY News.